everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start the new topic, that is Java method overriding. Before moving to the new topic, I will discuss a little bit about the last topic that I had discussion and covered. That was the Java inheritance, and inheritance is one of the most important feature of Java OOPs that allow us to create a new class from an existing class. So there we had discussion about the one more important keyword, that was the predefined extend keyword. So if you want to apply the inheritance, you have to be use two class, one parent and one child, and when the class which you want to be inherit, you have to use the extend keyword. Okay, so also I had discussion about the types of inheritance. And one more thing I told you, like inheritance is also known as the either relationship or parent child relationship. So both are the same thing. Like I have given the example, car is a vehicle, so car is a parent class, vehicle is a child class. You can consider it based on your example. So I have covered these things. So types of inheritance also I have covered. I have covered the single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and the hierarchical inheritance. And also I told you about that multiple inheritance is not possible in Java, but using interface it is possible. I have asked you to note it down one point. So the single inheritance is if a single subclass extends from a single superclass, that is called the single inheritance. And the multi-level inheritance is a subclass extends from a superclasses, and then the same subclass acts as a superclass from another class. So that was the multi-level inheritance. And the hierarchical may I told you about the multiple subclasses extends from a single superclass. Suppose you are having the class A and class B and class C, so class B is also extend class A, class C is also extended class A. So that is the hierarchical. Multiple inheritance basically not possible, because a single subclass extend from multiple superclass, that is called the multiple inheritance. Like if I am having the class C, that is extend class A and class B both. So whenever you are going to create the object of that particular C class, so it will get the ambiguity. Because of that, multiple inheritance is not possible in Java using this class, but you can achieve using the interface. Suppose in this example I have used like this. So there is a class S and T I have created, and I'm trying to extend this class into main class, but it's giving this error. So this is not possible in case of class, but it is possible in case of interface. So I will be discussing about the topic when I will be explain you about the interface. Also I had discussion about the hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is a combination of two or more types of inheritance. Like if I'm having the class A, class B, class C and class C, suppose class D extend B and class D extend C, and class B extend class A, and class C also extend class B. Suppose class T here extends class S, and this class extends class T. So this is also the example I have covered. This is the example of hybrid inheritance. Okay, and the next topic which I'm going to move, that is the Java method overriding. So what is the overriding basically? So whenever you are having the two classes, okay, and the both classes having the same method by same name and the same parameter, but the implementation is different, so that is overriding. Again I will tell you about this. Inheritance is an OOP property, that is object oriented programming language property, that allow us to derive a new class from an existing class. The subclass inherit an attribute and method of the superclass. Simple language में समझिए, if the same method is defined in both the superclass and subclass, then the method of the subclass overrides the method of the superclass. This is known the method overriding. Again I'm repeating, if the same method is defined in both the classes, means superclass and subclass, there is a two class, and the same method is defined in both the classes, then the method of the subclass overrides the method of the superclass. This is known as the method overriding. Okay, here I'm going to write one example. Suppose I have created a class here, animal. Main class I will create it, and subclass I will create it the different. मेथड ओवरराइडिंग के नाम से क्रिएट करते हैं. मेन इज अ प्रीडिफाइंड कीवर्ड, दैट्स व्हाई इट विल गिविंग द एरर. Okay, this is a main class. Before that, here I'm going to create one class. Suppose this class name is animal. Okay, so inside this class I am having one method, public void display info. Okay, and next I'm having one more class, animal name I have written here dog. Anything you can write, this is just a class name, nothing else. This is the predefined keyword, and I am here going to extend the animal class. In this class also I am using the same method, public void display info. Okay, and inside this method I am going to write simple message can be anything, implementation will be different, so you will be able to find out because there is some changes in that. If you will be giving the same definition, same implementation, so you will not be able to find out so which method is called. So to you show the clarity, I am writing a different message, although you can write the same message also, that doesn't matter. This is animal class I have written here, and in this method you can write system.out.println, and here you can write this is dog animal class. Suppose I have written like this, and here in this class I am going to create object of dog class. Suppose dog d1 is equals to new dog and d1 dot display info. So have you understood that what I did? The dog extend the animal class, so obviously it will use this class, so I can call animal display information. So I have called both classes having the same method. So now the question is, what will be happen if the same method we are having in the both class? So that's why it's saying it will override. Okay, what it will override, let me explain you. Before, after running this code, I have executed this code, and you can see the output. This is dog animal class. You have created of that particular class, and it has seen that there is a display information method. So what it will do, it will check the extend class is there, yes, and animal you have extended, and it will check this is the animal class. So this child class will override to the this particular class. So like I am giving explanation again, so if you are confused, so in this code I have created two different classes, three classes bulky main, one is main class. Okay, so I have created animal, dog and method overriding class. So in this classes we are having these two methods, display information, both the classes having same method, name is display information. So display information method is present in both the animal superclass and dog subclass. Okay, so dog is a subclass, animal is a superclass, and current class you are using the method overriding which is having the main method. So when we call this display information using the d1 object which I have created here, object of the subclass, the method inside the subclass dog is called. So whenever you are creating this object, what will happen? So dog method name is display will be display information will be called. So display information method of the subclasses override the same method of the superclass. Okay, you got it. So what will happen? I will show you here one diagram. If not clarify, you can check here. Okay. So here, as I told you, you have created two classes. Okay, one is animal, that is superclass, dog is a subclass. So let's see, suppose this is your animal class, and this is your dog class, and this is your main class. Let me write it down. This is your animal class, and this class is your super class, and this is your subclass, and this is main class where we are having the main method. So whenever you are trying to call whenever you have written here, what you have written here, d1, what was the object? d1 dot display. This is your method. Okay, whenever you are going to create call this method from the main class, where you have created the object of the class, it will go to the dog class. Okay, so this method will override sub, that means the display information method of the subclass override the same method of the superclass. So that's why the output whatever you have mentioned in the dog class will be displayed. So if you can use the annotation also at that annotation. Okay, but I will let you know the annotation later. Okay, so this is the explanation about this code, but there are few rules to be apply overriding. As I told you in beginning, both the superclass and subclass must have the same method name. If method name will not be saved, you cannot apply the overriding, because it will override if you are having the same name. Okay, otherwise you can call by different object or same object. You can call the method by the same object. Okay, suppose method name is display, this method name is display 2, you can call d1 dot display, d1 dot display 2, it will not override, but the same method is overridden whenever you are getting the object of the particular class. It will go to that particular class, it will check there is a method display information, and then extend animal class, it will check the animal class first, so that method will display by the subclass method. That's why it will declare the output, this is dog animal class. Okay, so you have to be remember both the superclass and the subclass must have the same method name, the same return type, and the same parameter list. I'm repeating again, both the superclass and the same both the superclass and the subclass must have the same method name, the same return type, and the same parameter list. And we cannot override the method declared as final and static. We cannot override the method declared as final and static. You already know why. I told you in the last session as well, because final means constant, you cannot change the value of it. Okay, so if the method is final, you cannot override it. Overloading is different, you cannot override it. We should always override abstract method of the superclass, that I am going to discuss in the next session, but that you can mention in note. So both the superclass and subclass must have the same method name, the same return type, and the same parameter list. And we cannot override the method declared as final and static. We should always override abstract method of the superclass as well. So this is the things about the method overriding. Now I'm going to discuss about the super keyword in Java overriding. Okay, this is the very important question can be asked in your exam or interview. They can ask, can we access the method of the superclass after overriding? Can we access the method of the superclass after overriding? So you can access this. This is an animal class as well. You want to display. How you will display? Well, yes. To access the method of superclass from the subclass, we can use the super keyword. So you can see here in this example only, it is displayed this is dog animal class. But what if I want to display this too? So you can use the super keyword. So what you will do here, you will going to write the super dot display information. So what will happen now? Let me execute it again. It will take this method and it will find out the super dot display information. So it will jump into the super class and find out this method and print this method. This is animal class and then this is dog animal. So if you want to access, if they will ask, okay fine, you told me it will display that this is dog animal class, once you will be overriding from superclass to subclass. But what if I want to display animal class method as well here? So you have to use the super keyword here. Got it? So when we call the method display information using the D1 object, the dog subclass, the method inside the dog subclass is called, the method inside the superclass is not called. But inside display information of the dog subclass, we have used super dot display information to call display information of the superclass. Got it? So it is important to note that constructor in Java are not inherited. There is no such things as constructor overriding in Java. So you can write it down. कंस्ट्रक्टर ओवरराइडिंग नहीं हो सकता है, ये अब मैंने आपको पहले बताया, तुमने पूछा इसलिए आई हैव रेज्ड दिस क्वेश्चन हियर. So you can note it down. The constructor in Java are not inherited. That means there is no such things as constructor overriding in Java. However, we can call the constructor of the superclass from its subclass. So for that, what we will be use? Tell me what we will be use? Super method, right? We will be discussing in more elaboration or elaborate way. Okay. Clear? Okay. So this is what about that method overriding. Next topic I will be discussing about the super keyword. Okay. If you are having any question, you can write in a comment. Thank you so much for watching. We will be discuss about the super keyword in the next video.